Hi, this is DemiJack here with another video. Now, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. I love new people. Remember to like and subscribe, and let's get straight into the video. Alright, so this video will be about today passing stuff through the Senate. I've been wanting to do this video for a while now. Now, basically, when you're playing as a democracy or a republic on Imperial Rome, you can't just go about declaring war whenever you want. Because see, if I go here and see, there's this little like hand icon that shows what the Senate is approving, and right now the Senate is divided over declaring war on Ontario. So I can't declare war on it. So see, if I go to declare war on it, I can't declare war anyway till the 1st of November 450, but if I declare war on it, what will happen is it will increase my tyranny by 5. Now you may be thinking, oh, it's just increasing your tyranny by 5. What's the big deal? I should just force stuff through the Senate. Well, if we go up here in the tyranny, as you can see, right now I've got 0 tyranny, but as your tyranny builds up, you get negatives, and the more negatives you get, they're very impact on your nation. At first, they're not really that much of a big deal, but once you reach over like 50 or whatever, it gets really, really bad, and there's like serious penalties and stuff, and like, you don't want to get high tyranny. Like, you don't want it, trust me, you don't want it. And it decays slowly also based on rulers' popularity and the base, which right now the base is a 0.02 and the ruler popularity is a 0.01, which means it is changing by 0.03 in the green every 3 months, but I have no tyranny, so it's not doing anything at the moment. But you do not want to go about just forcing stuff through the Senate. Early in my Let's Play, I was forcing stuff through the Senate, and I racked up quite a bit of tyranny, so you don't want to be doing that because you get like negatives and stuff. So the negatives are pretty bad, like happiness penalties and stuff, so you don't want that. And how do we get stuff passed through the Senate, you might be asking, since I can't just force it? Well, there's ways to go about it. Anyway, we're just going to speed up till about November. Alright, so we've sped up to November. That's like a month away. We should be able to declare war now. Let me just check. Yeah, we can declare war. The Senate is still divided. As you can see, there is 51 seats behind declaring war on Ontario in the Senate. There's 21 out of 21 of the civic faction which wanted to declare it. 9 out of 20 of the military faction wanted to declare it. 11 out of 19 of the merchant faction wants to declare it. 6 out of 20 of the religious faction want to declare it, and 4 out of 20 of the populist faction want to declare it. So they're divided. They're like, oh, well, we should not, oh, we should. So you need to get... Now, there's a few things to take into note when you're doing it. The first one is you can endorse a faction. Now let's see. Let me just find... Okay, so I found the faction screen. It's in the government section. It's basically where all your government is, okay? Now, as you can see, this up here, it here shows a picture of the leader, plus a whole bunch of other people. I'm pretty sure they're the guys who assign titles, but we're not worrying about this. We're worrying about this down here, factions in the Senate. Now, you can tell what faction they are in by these pictures. As you can see here, we've got the civic faction, and here we've got the military faction, and here we've got the merchant faction, and here we got the religious faction, and here we got the populist faction. Now that we've got know all the factions, if you go down here, it will show you the character that is in the leader faction. Now this pretty much works for all democracies. It won't work for a monarchy or anything, I'm pretty sure, because I'm pretty sure they don't have a faction or like a tribal nation, so you can just declare war like anything. It's just civilized nations have to do it the proper way. Anyway, there'll be these thumbs down here, and as you can see here, this is the support that they got. Now you can just basically click these thumbs up, and like, we're going to endorse the Merchant faction. They got a 19 at the moment, so we endorsed them. Now they got a 29, and we can endorse this guy who has a 10, and now he's got a 20. So as you can see, I endorsed him, the Populist faction, and then I went in and endorsed the Civic faction, which basically gave the Populist faction a 20. Then I went ahead and endorsed the Civic faction, which gave him a 21, but decreased the Populist faction back to 10. So basically, you can't go about and just endorsing everyone. So once you've endorsed your leader, now there's another thing to take into note, and that's popularity. Popularity is very, very important. Now, where do I find popularity? Here we go. Rule of popularity. I was in the right screen. As you can see, rule of popularity is very important to take in mind. It helps with passing stuff through the Senate. It is a very important key factor in passing stuff through the Senate. As you can see, it says here, rule of popularity. The popularity of the ruler is 59, which has the following effects. Senate influence, 0.01, and monthly tyranny, 0.00. So as you can see, the higher your popularity, the more you're going to be able to influence the Senate, because they'll be like, you're just so popular, we'll do it for you anyway, because you're so popular. That's why it pays to be the popular cool kid. Now, basically, you want to take care of popularity, but how do we raise popularity, you might be asking? Well, you can raise popularity through random events, like random events, and it'll come up, and there'll be options, and it will say, this has happened, and then you will have an option, and one of the options might increase your popularity. And also going to war can increase your popularity, but like you could technically force something through the Senate, and then when you take over a place, you could like take the tyranny hit, okay? Take the tyranny hit first off, if you don't want to go through the endorsing process, and then after you've done that, when it comes and you conquer the whole entire nation, and you cede it all, and it will ask you basically what to do with the elite in that nation. Then you can click where enemies deserve no quarter, which will increase your popularity by 5. You can do that. That is a way to do it, but I don't recommend that way. I just don't recommend that way. It's better to do the endorsing, because doing it that way, you're going to take, like, even though you're setting it up, it's kind of not worth it really when you think about it, as you're taking a tyranny hit, and like, I personally don't think you should take a tyranny hit. See, as you can see, my tyranny is 20 now from endorsing people, but, like, endorsing is going to do it, but it's better than just declaring wars and 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 declaring wars. Because, like, it adds up. It adds up. And it's better to endorse and then just take that one hit and then do it. Because, like, doing the other method I just suggested might not even work on the first go. You might even need to do more wars. So, as I went about endorsing a lot of stuff also, and I don't know if I actually did it properly. I just did it to show you how endorsing works. Anyway, as you can see here, we've endorsed our thing, and as you can see here, there is a picture of all the seats in the House. And as you can see, the more seats they have, the more likely they are to accept you. And if you go here, now, boom, and then boom, there is now a thumb. So as you can see, it says there are 76 seats behind declaring war on a tyranny in the Senate. And it's got all the lists. Civic faction 31 out of 31, military faction 13 out of 20, merchant faction 22 out of 29, religious faction 10 out of 20, and populist faction doesn't really care because they got no seats. But don't endorse a whole bunch of stuff, is what I'm guessing. Just endorse one and see if it works, and then if it doesn't work, endorse another. But you can also gain popularity. Popularity is another good way to do it. And see, now we can declare war on Interior. But you need a classy bell, so we can't really declare war yet. But once you've got the Senate approved, you can and you got your claim. Remember, you need your claim. We don't have our claim because we used... Remember, endorsing stuff uses Authority power. I should have pointed it out earlier, but it uses Authority power, and it's very important to take notice of, because if you got to use Authority power to endorse stuff, so be careful endorsing stuff. Don't endorse too much, because I think I may have endorsed too much, but I was just showing you how endorsing works. So basically, I will show you from a legit perspective now on how to do it. Okay, I'm in a new game again, and this time I'm going to show you the right way to do it. That was just showing you how it all works. This is the right way. So as you can see, you go to Altaria. You can do it with any nation. It doesn't need to be Altaria, but they're like the closest to like when you get into the game. Alright, as you can see, they're divided. They're divided again. So what you do is you go to government. You then endorse someone. We're going to endorse these guys because they got like a lot of seats. Alright, they got 30 seats now. Basically, that raised our tyranny by 5. It's better to take the tyranny hit than just enforcing stuff through the Senate, because this way you bloody don't need to force stuff through the Senate. Basically, the main goal is to not force stuff through the Senate. As you can see, they now approve. There you go. They now approve. Now, if we go to November. Alright, it is now November. Alright, now as you can see, they are improving. There are 63 seats behind declaring war on Altaria. You declare war. You reduce your claim. We don't have a claim. I don't even think we have enough for a claim. Do we have enough for a claim? Yes, we do. Alright. Now, wait a month to the 7th of November. Alright, it is now the 7th of November. So now we can declare war. Is the Senate approving? You can always check by this little green thumb here. Declare war. Boom. Boom. And there you pretty much go. That is the right way. And as you can see, and now we can... It's better because even though you're taking the tyranny hit straight up, because like you're gonna have to take the tyranny hit either way. But it's better to do it this way than just forcing stuff through the Senate. Because every time you force something through the Senate, it gives you a 5 or a 10. I can't remember, but it gives you a tyranny hit. And if you're just going about going, oh, I'm going to force this, 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 I'm going to force this. Basically, what's going to happen is you're going to have high tyranny. And see, as you can see, when you take the tyranny hit, primary culture happiness gets hit by a negative, monthly genital loyalty gets hit by a negative, monthly admiral loyalty gets hit by a negative, and monthly governor loyalty get hit by a negative. There are also some positives like national slave output, imprison costs, and execute costs, but I personally don't think they're worth it. I mean, we're talking about general loyalties here, and if I know anything about this game, generals can turn disloyal, and once they turn it, and like, it adds up. Like, see, if we go here, and we assign our general, so I haven't assigned a general yet. Now, as you can see, the general, he has loyalty. I don't know if the loyalty is on the screen, but he has loyalty. But once he gets hit becomes too disloyal, he will become an automated troop. And basically, once he becomes an automated troop, it will walk about the map by itself. Yes, it will actually walk about the map by itself. It happened, I think, in my last Let's Play. But basically, he'll walk around the map by himself, because it will initially become an AI. And once that happens, that is the start of it. Eventually, it will. That means it is losing loyalty points. And once it loses too many loyalty points, there is a risk that a civil war may outbreak. And that is why it's not a good idea to force stuff through the Senate. Like, it's really not a good idea to force stuff through the Senate, because that monthly general loyalty will probably get higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. Like, you do not want a high monthly general loyalty hit, because it's just going to get more disloyal every month, and it racks up. It racks up. Now see, as yet again, we can declare war. Now see, we cannot declare war on these guys because, but as said, one, you take out a nation, will come up with a pop-up screen saying, hey, what should we do with the leaders of this nation? Basically what you do, the best option in my opinion is to basically execute maybe all the leaders or some of the leaders, because it will give you a popularity hit. And now remember, popularity is very, very important. As see, we've got a 59, but it is very, very important because you get a Senate influence, and you basically want that Senate influence to be high, because once it is high, the Senate will basically do anything you ask them to, and well, they won't basically, but it will basically be like a very high chance of them doing anything you want them to do. And I'm pretty sure you can get it so high that basically they will, because they'll just be like, ah, oh, you're so popular, I'm just gonna do it. Basically, as soon as you start a new game as a Republic, you're probably gonna have to endorse someone, because you want to rack that popularity up. And basically, I would recommend clicking the ability to kill at least some or maybe all of the leaders of the First Nation you overtake. Now, these guys, they have an island, so you would need a boat, and basically, you need to transport troops over to here, and then get off, and then siege these provinces, or cities, just so you can get that event. Basically, that is how you do it. That is how I do it. Basically, you gotta take that loyalty hit first up straight away, but what I would recommend on your first war is conquering the whole entire nation, ceding what you can, possibly all of it. There will be an aggressive expansion hit, but possibly all of it, and basically killing all the leaders off so you get that 5 popularity, because that may help you get stuff through the Senate. That is basically how I get stuff through the Senate. It is better than just declaring and forcing it through the Senate. Plus, there will be events that will pop up that will give you popularity, and you want that popularity. Like, there's random events that just give popularity. So you want to get that popularity events. So when you see a popularity event, always take the option when playing as a government for that gives the popularity bonus, so you got more popularity. Basically, that is what you want to do. Anyway, that is pretty much the video. I think I've pretty much explained it all. I had to research all this to, because I was myself was forcing stuff through the Senate, and I was getting like a high tyranny hit, and it was affecting my gameplay really bad, because like generals were getting disloyal. So I had to figure out how to actually get stuff properly through the Senate. Like, the Senate gameplay is very, very important. Now, I don't know if this will all be changed in 1.1 on the 26th. Hopefully not. Hopefully this video can get a lot of views. I don't think they'll be changing it on 26. I think it'll probably be in patch 1.2 or 1.3. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you disliked it, give it a thumbs down, because that gives me feedback. And if you did really enjoy this video and it was helpful, maybe think about hitting subscribe for more how-tos, because I will be doing more how-tos on this game. I'll try to do probably at least a how-to every week. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you. Anyway, remember to like and subscribe or dislike, and I will see you next time.